Hey everyone, this is Yami, your Latina next door. Welcome back to my channel. As you all know, I am one of the 2019 creators for Plaid Crafts. Today we have partnered with Target to bring you guys a special project using Delta Ceramcoat paints as well as their Handmade Modern line. These paints are rich and creamy and provide excellent coverage. You can also paint on different mediums like wood, terracotta, even ceramics. They're water-based, non-toxic, and also made in the USA. The projects I'm making for you today are perfect as a hostess gift or even a housewarming present. I am giving them that coastal feel that I love, and I'll be sharing how easy it is to recreate this yourself. All right, so before I start, please make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any more DIY projects like this. Let's go ahead and get started. So for the first project, I'm going to use this artist panel board. It is primarily used for creating art. However, when you open the tray and you look at the underneath part, it's the perfect framework for a tray. Now, since I was going for a coastal vibe with this decor, I wanted to add nautical stripes. So I began measuring how many even stripes I can do from one end to the other. I made markings along the measuring tape where I wanted the stripes. And then using the ruler, I drew the stripes using those markings. Then using some tape I had on hand, I covered over every other stripe. Okay, so then it was time to paint, and I used some of the Handmade Modern's acrylic paint in the color Slate, and then I used a lighter color called Morning Mist. I also used some of Delta Ceramcoat's color in white. So I knew I wanted to create 4 different rows of 4 different colors. So I was going to do dark, the lighter color, white, and leave it a natural wood color. So for this first application with the first set of tapes, I'm only focusing on the dark and the white. Using a small brush, I painted from the tape onto the wood to avoid any bleed through. I used a small piece of cardstock to leave the edges nice, crisp, and clean. Alright, so now my first row is done. The next one will be the lighter color in Morning Mist. So the next one that I need to paint is the white, and I do it the same exact way, working from the tape, going in towards the wood so that I don't have any bleed over. I then continue to alternate the color Slate and the white. I gave everything 2 coats before removing the tape. Once everything was completely dry, it was time to put the tape on the stripes that were already painted. Before I did so, I went ahead and marked the areas that I was going to paint with Morning Mist, so I did not get confused after the tape was put on. Once the tape was put down, I started painting with the Morning Mist, and I made sure to apply 2 coats to all the areas before removing the tape. I love this color combination, and they all dry perfectly in a matte finish. Target also carries a huge assortment of Delta Ceramcoats and handmade home paints, and you can find them in either 2-ounce or 8-ounce sizes, perfect for any size project. After everything was completely dry, I added tape along the entire trim of the tray so that I can go ahead and paint the entire border in white. I painted the interior of the frame with the white paint from Delta Ceramcoat. I also painted the top of the frame, but I left the exterior borders completely natural. Then after that was dry, I used a sanding sponge in order to smooth out any of the paint and make it look a little bit more weathered. Then I took a chip brush and I dipped it into the Delta white paint, and I lightly brushed streaks along the top of the tray, kind of giving it that beach weathered look on top of those really pretty nautical crisp stripes. Then after that part is dry, all you need to do is add a thick layer of Mod Podge to seal it all. Okay, so on to the next project, and I'm not sure if you know, but Target's craft section actually has white ceramics like this that you can customize any way you want, and I found this one on clearance. It's a beautiful, simple vase. Now for this, I'm going to use the same colors from Handmade Home in Morning Mist and Slate, as well as the Delta Ceramcoat in white, and I'm going to do kind of an ombre effect. So with the dark color, I just did upward strokes towards the middle. For the medium color, I did strokes both towards the bottom and the top. And then of course the white I used toward the top of the vase, and then I worked my way down into the middle color. Now I let this first coat dry, and then I went back for a second coat. Now this time I used a chip brush. And as you can see, with this brush, it made the transition between one color to the other a little bit more gradual and less harsh. And I made sure to use this method with all of the 3 colors. And then of course, the final step is to add Mod Podge to the entire vase to prevent chipping. And here are both projects completely finished and together. I love how the tray, even though it has those crisp lines, and the vase that have more organic strokes, still go very well together. As you can see, these were 2 different materials, and the paints did absolutely amazing on both of them. And you know I'm gonna ask, which one do you prefer? The vase or the tray? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this project and saw how easy it is to customize these pieces to your own taste and style. So make sure you head on over to Target's craft section and check out their Delta Ceramcoat selection, as well as their Handmade Modern line. Please make sure to hit like if you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, adios!